Big news just rocked Wall Street. Warren Buffett, the legendary Oracle of Omaha, just made a surprise billion-dollar bet. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, quietly bought a huge stake in United Health Group, one of America's biggest health insurance companies. The moment this news came out, United Health stock absolutely exploded. Today, I'm going to break down what happened, why Buffett might have made this move, and what it could mean for everyday investors like you. On August 15th, Berkshire Hathaway revealed in its official filings that it bought around 5 million shares of United Health worth nearly $1.6 billion. That is not pocket change, even for Buffett. Almost instantly, United Health stock price went soaring, jumping more than 10% in a single day. And it wasn't just United Health, the entire healthcare sector lit up. For the first time this year, the Dow Jones Industrial Average even hit a new record high, all thanks to this move. So why is this such a big deal? Because Buffett doesn't usually make random bets. He is famous for sitting back, sometimes for years, waiting for the right moment to strike. And when he does, it is almost always during a time when the rest of the market is panicking. United Health has definitely been in panic territory lately. The company has faced rising medical costs, government investigations, even leadership shakeups. On top of that, it was still recovering from the fallout of a major cyber attack earlier this year. The stock had dropped nearly 40%, one of the worst performances in its history. For most investors, that looked like a nightmare. But for Buffett, that looked like an opportunity. This is classic Buffett. He has always said to be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. To him, United Health's problems are temporary, but its long-term value is undeniable. What makes this story even more interesting is that this isn't Buffett's first time with United Health. Berkshire actually owned shares way back in the mid-2000s, then sold them off around 2010. And now, more than a decade later, he is back. To many investors, that feels like a major vote of confidence. It's almost like he is saying, United Health may have stumbled, but it is still too good to ignore at this price. And the impact didn't stop there. Other major health insurance companies like Centene, Elevance, and Molina also saw their stocks jump as soon as the news broke. Suddenly, a sector that had been dragged down for months was showing real signs of life. Think about the psychology here. If Warren Buffett, the man who built his fortune on safe, smart investments, thinks United Health is worth $1.5 billion of his company's money, investors start asking themselves, should I be buying too? That ripple effect alone can completely change momentum in the market. So, what does this mean for regular people watching at home? On one hand, Berkshire buying in does show confidence. United Health is still a giant in American healthcare. More than 50 million Americans rely on them for coverage. The company brings in steady revenue and it pays dividends to its shareholders. This is not a small speculative stock. This is a pillar of the U.S. healthcare system. But on the other hand, we can't pretend the problems have vanished. Medical costs are still climbing. Government scrutiny is not going away. Leadership changes can cause uncertainty. And sometimes, even the best companies take longer than expected to bounce back. So while Buffett sees long-term value, investors should realize this could still be a rocky ride in the short term. What's fascinating is how one man's decision can literally move the entire stock market. Warren Buffett is 94 years old, yet he continues to shape Wall Street like no one else. His moves are studied, copied, and debated around the world. And when he makes $1 billion investment, it's never by accident. This tells us something important. He believes that the fear surrounding healthcare stocks has gone too far, and that there is still huge value for those willing to look beyond the headlines. So, to wrap it all up, Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway just placed a $1.6 billion bet on United Health Group, sparking one of the biggest rallies the stock has seen in years. For some, it is a clear signal to buy the dip. For others, it's just a reminder of how powerful Buffett's influence still is. The only question left is, do you think Buffett is right? Is this the start of a massive United Health comeback, or is it just a short-term bounce before more trouble ahead? Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next big market story.